Hello and welcome into your reading, my beautiful Virgos. How's it going? This is going to be a full moon in Aries reading, and I'm going to do an oracle reading. I was called to do a full oracle reading, taking a little bit of a deeper dive. So I typically read for the rising sign, so if you're a Virgo rising, but feel free to listen in if you are a Virgo sun, if you are a Virgo moon. There may be different messages here for you. And I have already meditated and prayed over the cards and pre-shuffled some of the oracle decks so that I could eliminate some of those shuffling noises that I know do trigger some people. So hopefully you are having a beautiful full moon. This is Lauren the Mystic, and I welcome you into my channel. I am just getting started here, so I do hope that if you enjoy this reading, you will like and subscribe. Okay, let's see. What is your Moonology card for this moon? And you've got, what do you need to release? The waning moon. What do you need to release? And we've got a card from the Earth Magic deck as well. So just pulling, what is the perfect guidance that Virgo needs right now? Thank you. Ooh, I love this. The Milky Way perspective. So it was already, intuitively, I was already getting this immediate idea that you might be going on a deeper spiritual journey. So before I, can confirm for certain, let's get into some of these other oracle cards here. But the Milky Way galaxy brings this idea of zooming out, seeing the bigger picture, but also, if you notice, especially you can even see it in the symbolism of the card, how the Milky Way galaxy is a swirl. Everything is spiraling, and sometimes we go through cycles, sometimes we go through phases. And so it symbolizes that, but it also symbolizes that there's a bigger picture to it all. And it symbolizes our connection within the cosmos as well. Our connection to the space around us. So this first deck is called the Starseed Oracle deck, and this is what has been pre-shuffled. And this is giving us an idea of what has been underway or what is currently underway for you right now. This Aries full moon is a supermoon, and it is the first full moon following the eclipse cycle. And it's almost an eclipse itself. It's that close to being an orb within the nodal placements, which is what creates an eclipse. So the energy is significant. There is a cardinal grand cross taking place. And so if you are someone who follows astrology, I would, and if you're not but interested, I would really recommend getting a copy of your whole sign birth chart and taking a look at, whatever birth chart if you use one now and it's a different house system, just taking a look at where does Aries fall in your chart, where does Libra fall, where is Cancer falling, where is Capricorn falling. These are all the major tropical energies, or in modern astrology, what's referred to as cardinal energy, and it's the energy of change. And on this full moon, which is conjunct our inner healer over there in Aries, Chiron is over there, we're, I believe, noticing these areas within ourself where healing is needed, where we're needing to shift in relationship to ourself and others and our own self-expression. And that's hitting us all on deeper levels depending upon your own placements and, you know, your age, what's going on. But it's a big theme that might be coming up for you as well. So just tuning in to whatever resonates the most with you. So here we have a word I can't even pronounce. Haraeth. And it's about this longing for home. Feeling as if you don't belong here, that you are from potentially another space or have never, to me, what I'm feeling intuitively is this idea of knowing that there is this kind of like this idea of a utopia or a heaven on earth, this comfort that you long for that feels so deeply like home for you, that you have such a comfortable and resonant both desire and yearning for, but also a familiarity with. And you know that it's possible, but maybe perhaps not feeling that way in the physical world here where you live or in your circumstances, perhaps not feeling grounded or that you truly belong or that you're truly feeling that sense of happiness. Oh, wow. And then we've got again this idea of big picture thinking. And this here says it's connected into Pleiadian energy, it's visionary energy, inspired ideas. But what I would really like you to look at is to tune into your own intuition as you look at the images of the cards and see what speaks to you, because this is, to me, speaking about this portal of energy that extends out into this, to me, looks like the Pleiades, this connection into, which is linked into high vibrational thinking, higher levels of consciousness and manifestation abilities. And it's being reflected, you see here, in the pool, in the physical reality. It's about bringing in visionary, inspired action or manifestations, whatever you are dreaming into form. It's talking about almost like you might even be the portal here, where you are bringing that into the physical world yourself, bringing that energy through you as you. I love this. So Star Brothers. And this is a card that speaks to, it contains the energy of Horus. And so I'm going to come back to that in just a moment, because at its base level, this card is about you having protection, spiritual protection, but also divine protection. This is a card about loyalty. It's a card about trusting in oneself and trusting in the universe and trusting in your own knowing is what I'm feeling here, that you are divinely being guided. And so the energy of Horus is the higher level meaning behind this card. And so just sort of tuning into how this figure has got this incredibly lit soul star chakra connection here going on. This is not the crown. This is above the crown. It's coming into the crown. But if you notice, it appears that his head is even bowed a little bit. So this is soul star energy, which to me is the chakra, that when we meditate upon that chakra, that is the chakra that opens up as this funnel is how I feel it, and how many other spiritual teachers will discuss it. It's almost a funneling energy of divine universal information, frequency, high vibrational source consciousness that funnels into the crown. And it's that connection point to that higher divine aspect that we can always tune in and call into our awareness. And it's subtle because this is how energy works, right? But if you notice, look at how illuminated this individual's heart is. Look at how it is in the shape of a flower or a rose that's opening, and it's mainly white, but it's tinged with this beautiful pink tone around it. Sorry, I don't know if I have that in focus well enough for you to see. But then if you travel downward in the card, you can see his hands holding an orb of energy, and it appears to be linked here, if you look down below, into the earth star chakra. Look how wide and big that is, giving the indication that it's below this individual's feet. And that behind this individual, there is magic taking place. There is protection. Look at this powerful energy that is working and with him as he's doing his work. And Horus is known alchemically as this energetic master who has this ability to understand and see beyond, gosh, it's funny how tongue-tied I'm getting trying to describe Horus energy to you. But to me, it reminds me very alchemically of the tablets of, I'm hearing to bring up the tablets of Thoth, the emerald tablets of Thoth. These spiritual and universal wisdom teachings on how to work with energy, how to manifest, how to bring your inspired ideas into action steps. Okay, so now we're going to take a look at 3 cards from the Work Your Light deck. And this deck is about you, if you are undergoing a spiritual journey or healing process at the moment, or also, so take this however it most resonates, but also if you are a healer yourself, if you are bringing forward your own personal healing gifts, these cards are reflecting how you are sharing your light and what shifts may be taking place in that regard. And the first card here that we have is share your voice. Come out of the cave. There's an end to any sense of being persecuted for your personal expression. And so maybe you are in a profession or in a capacity where it's feeling difficult for you to express and vocalize your own inner wisdom, your own truths that you're seeing. I'm drawn up here to these stars, which look an awful lot like this Pleiadian star system. And so it's as if this person is really receiving like these spiritual downloads and gifts, and that they are awakening and coming out of this cave of restriction where they felt like they could not speak about those. And there right now is a real need for people to bring their gifts forward. Interesting. So we've got Mid-Oct. I may not be pronouncing that properly, so I apologize if I'm butchering that name, but it definitely looks like an indigenous name that's talking again about a longing for home. This feeling of a longing for belonging, a longing for your soul tribe. And this card here says that you are, so I might be talking to a Virgoan collective here that is one of the OG light workers. You've been doing this for years. Maybe you've done this for multiple lifetimes. And maybe you've done this in different dimensions and you're bringing forward your gifts now. And let's just take a look at these two cards. These cards are ultimately the same card in the different deck, the different oracle deck. So just look at that. How interesting. Our last card here, Unbound. So this card is, to me, speaking about this, speaking about the overall theme, really. What do you need to release? Gaining a very far, sorry, I tried to say two words at once and it came out as fur. A far away, F-A-R away perspective, a zoomed out perspective of potentially the bigger picture of your soul's journey, your understanding here, because this card, Unbound, is about releasing soul patterns, releasing soul contracts, and any restrictions to any past lives that have held you back from this sharing your voice, from coming out of your cave, from this sense of persecution for your expression. And you are so protected in this process. You know, this is the card right above it. And so you're being assisted by divine forces to release these soul patterns, these contracts. And I do believe that we do come in at a soul level with contracts that we're unaware of, that we agree to, and it shows up in relationships, in our lives, in patterns that play out again and again for us, that are some, like I said, this moon is conjunct Chiron, our the wounded healer. And so it can have this sense of being some of the deepest loops of pain that you've been working through. And this card to me also really speaks to the shadow work journey and doing that energetic healing. As you see, they are being illuminated by the light of the full moon, but they are still in shadow. The top of them still fully within the shadow. And this illumination is starting to release these ties, these bonds, these cords that are energetically holding them down. And so I feel that this is a very potent space of time for you. And just, you know, again, tuning into how that's showing up for you, Virgos, because I know I'm speaking to primarily Virgo risings, but also Virgo suns and moons, you know. And so the rising sign, it's going to be viewed a little bit more personally. This might be feeling pretty spot on about the journey in life and what is literally how you're feeling guided right now. A Virgo sun will feel that this is likely speaking to the overall theme of the soul, something that is transforming at a soul level. And the Virgo moon will be feeling this more in terms of their emotions and their environment, and might be noticing these themes coming up in that type of a lens. So let's get one more advice card here. And this is from the Astral Realms Crystal Oracle deck. Beautiful deck. Thank you. Okay. We've got the number 3. It's a card of expression, tying again to sharing your voice, to drawing in this big picture thinking, these expansive knowings and thought, bringing it into your reality, and then allowing yourself to share that. It's associated with flower agate. You can read that. Flower agate is the stone, and to work with the throat chakra in expressing yourself freely in a way that suits you and what this visionary big picture thinking, what these knowings are. Maybe you need to express boundaries. Maybe you're saying goodbye to old attachments. And this could be very deep. This could be relationships. This could be life circumstances that you recognize aren't fulfilling you. You're not feeling that sense of satisfaction and peace and harmony. Look at how much comfort and harmony is in the color of this card. There's so much love here. And it's like blanketed in these etheric, soft, luxurious looking, really, clouds. They kind of look like marshmallows, like magic marshmallows. And then it's being surrounded by this gorgeous view of space, the cosmos, that's lighting up with that same frequency. And so maybe you're seeking to bring more of that frequency into your life, the frequency that to me is of compassion, of bliss, of ecstasy, of just pure joy. Pure joy is what I'm feeling. Enlightenment and connection and comfort to your heart. Okay, Virgos. Well, if you've made it through, I hope that this reading has supported you and will support you and give you some deep things to sit with, meditate upon. I hope that this has helped somehow validate some of what you're going through right now. And I wish you a beautiful full moon in Aries, and going forward, of course. And, let me know if this is coming up, how this is coming up for you. I'd love to hear it in the comments. Again, I'd love your support. I will link to any donation page if you'd like to give me any kind of support. That's always appreciated as I seek to grow my channel. I'll see you soon and have a beautiful day. Bye-bye.